Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. Come on in, please join me. Glad you're here. Glad you chose to stop by and tune in. Of course, I'm here to share some things that have been revealed to me. Okay, I want to do a little energy check-in. I have some downloads, and if too much time doesn't pass, I'll get into the cards. All right, so on the last video, I spoke about dominoes, how that is embedded in Jamaican culture. That's probably the game of the national game, okay? I want to say some more things about dominoes, just in case somebody here is interested in the game or wants to know why it's so frustrating to where there's disruption or a ruckus could occur. Okay, I want to go over just a few points, maybe tips, and share something verbatim. Okay, I'm just going to read it because I wrote in red ink, and I'm going to try my best to get through it. Okay, I have some smaller messages. I don't know if it's going to tie into whatever it is I have to say about dominoes. Perhaps I should start there. Okay, I'm going to start with the dominoes. Okay, I love dominoes a lot. So again, I'm just going to read. I'll try my best to make eye contact with the camera, okay? But the less eye contact I make, the quicker I get through what's here. And the more messages I could share, the more channeling I could do and see what the cards have to say as well, okay? So dominoes, okay? There's a lot of contention, like I said. It could be really, really frustrating. Don't sit at the table if you can't play the game. I think that's the obvious, but it's really tempting, okay? You might think you know how to play the game, and turns out you don't know anything about it because it's more than just matching the numbers, okay? Don't play the game if you don't know how to play it. It takes focus, concentration, foresight. It takes skill. It takes strategy. You got to know how to read. Okay, you got to know how to read the game. Read is a word that is used throughout the domino process. Okay, you're constantly reading the game. Okay, what else? You have to know how to read the game. You have to anticipate not only the next player's move. Okay, listen keenly here. But every possible play from each player. Okay, because dominoes, you could play with 2 people up to 4. It's best with 4 people, in my opinion. Okay, so in such a situation, you have to know who's going to play on the left, but also everybody else. Like, based on what you think the person on the left is going to play is going to give you some kind of insight or probability of what that person in front of you is going to play and what the person on your right is going to play. So you're really trying to read and assess and ascertain as much information as you can just from people playing, reading the dominoes, doing some mental mechanics, some mathematics. And you got to focus though. It requires a lot of mind work. Okay, and this is for those who are really into the game. Again, you could just be a novice and you're just doing it for fun, but serious domino players are brilliant in a sense. Okay, now where am I? Okay, so every possible play from each player. That's what makes reading the board crucial for a player's victory. Whether you are playing cutthroat, okay, and this is where every man is for themselves, or as pairs, or what we call partners. You want to be my partner, you'll sit across from me, and you know the opposition is there, okay? Left and right will be your op. But even when you're playing in a partnership situation, you're still playing cutthroat, okay? The reason why you have to think cutthroat even in a partnership is because if you make the wrong move, number one, your partner's going to blame you, okay? He's going to find some way to point the finger. And you don't want that burden on you. You don't want to be pointed at as the one that threw the game away. Okay, so you're putting in your best, not only because you want to show your skill, not only because you're confident in your game, but because you don't want to let your partner down. And of course, ultimately, you want the victory. Okay, um, let's continue. I hope you're following. Yeah, one bad play on your part can cost you the whole game. Even if your partner is a good player, even if your partner played the right moves, if your partner is not as adept as you know, that is good at reading the board and what's that? Predict the moves of the other players. It's going to get a little trickier for me to read because the lighting is not too good here. And now is where the red ink begins. Okay. Oh, what did I last say? So you're doing all of this stuff while the game is actively in play. You have to be calculated, constantly calculating what's going to happen next, and also planning your next move, also hoping and wishing that nothing intercepts your move, meaning the person before you doesn't make you pass. Okay, like there's just so much that could go on during a domino game, so many moving parts, as quiet as it starts out. Okay, there's a lot of tension building up because there's a lot on the line, right? So man, I haven't played dominoes in a long time. I haven't been to Jamaica in a while, or a funeral, you know but it's a really interesting game. And a game like dominoes, and this is side notes, I'm gonna just pause, too much right here. um Dominoes, if you could master that game, it could really teach you a lot of life skills, okay? Outside of the board. In the boardroom, perhaps, you could apply your domino skills there. You know, you're keeping your eye on what each person seated at the table is doing, but you're conscious of what it is you are there to do. You got to make sure that that gets done, but you also want to make sure you don't infringe on the room for others to make their play. And you know that each play is a part of an interplay, okay? And it's going to become one big play. But what will be the outcome, okay? In this game, we know that there could only be one winner, or in the case of a partnership, two. Okay, these are side notes. It's going to be relevant to whoever needs to hear the message and whoever could decipher the message. Okay, you'll know if the message is for you. Please don't try to make it fit. Let me get back to this. So if you're efficient, if you're proficient, if you're experienced, okay, an experienced player, an expert, like I said, will have the power of setting up the board where both sides, both ends are locked. No one else could play but you when both ends are locked. I'm going to just continue, and then if I have to clarify, I will, but just follow along. Because remember, in the simplest term, dominoes is just matching numbers, okay? But you could play from either end, okay? And there's a situation where you could have one end locked and force people to only play on one end, or you could control the board where you have all the pieces to play. You're the only one playing, and even when there's no more moves to make, you have one piece remaining that will be considered the key piece, okay? But I'm jumping ahead of myself here. Let's backtrack. Where am I? Okay, so yeah, you'll have the power of setting up the board where both sides or both ends are locked. No one else could play but you. Either way, either side, you win the whole game. You must be keen. You must know how to recognize what piece, meaning domino, or if we're going to apply this to real life, what fact, what evidence, okay, has the potential to be the key. You got to know your hand, read your hand, see what it is you have most of, least of, what it is you need, you gotta know how to read. Okay, you gotta know how to read the room, read the board, read each player. Okay, only then you'll know what is meant to be the key out of all those pieces. Which one has the highest potential probability to lock both ends? Okay, if not both ends, because that might be a little bit overachieving, quite ambitious, at least one end, okay? But you want to master the game where you could lock both ends. You want to always be the one to control the board, okay? But again, I'm going off track. When you figure out which one is a potential key, then you apprehend how you will set up the board. Okay, force plays to lock in both ends so that you could not only win the game, but nobody else on the board will have the opportunity to win if you create the perfect setup. Okay, and this comes with skill, this comes with strategy. This is not going to be, well, then again, you might be blessed where you might get instant revelation some way somehow to figure something out. Okay, so they call it beginner's luck, struck of luck, for some people. Okay, but in a situation where you want to enter a tournament, for instance, when it's a serious game, okay, you want to be as masterful as possible. You want to be as masterful as possible. Where am I now? All right. The more you can make a player pass, meaning no play, the better it is for you to gain control of the board and beat someone to it, okay? You can still win without the key, of course, but getting the key is better. Victory is sure and unquestionable when you have a key piece. You win fair and square, okay? The game requires, like I said before, mathematics, you can have a poker face, but it's not required, okay? Because I know when I'm playing, I'm quite jovial and still alert at the same time, okay? But again, the best player knows how to intercept a next player's move or force that player to pass, okay? Or pass the whole board where you're the only one playing, okay? This requires prudence. You got to beat them to the punch. Every win is worth celebrating, though, like I explained in the last video, because there's so much mental mechanics going on, because you are exhibiting so much skill, you're putting in the work, okay? When you win, especially if you're going up against other experienced players, when you win, that's a real victory and it's worth celebrating, okay? It's not an easy feat, and you can't bank on that stroke of luck, okay? You can't bank on just hoping and wishing. Yeah, that's good, but you need to put in the work. You need to like really think something through here. Going off on the side here, I guess this is no longer about dominoes, okay? But you have to understand the game. Be competent, be confident in your moves while simultaneously studying other players' moves without intimidation. Okay, you must forecast the skill level of your opponents to foretell how the game is going to go down, how this game will end, who is going to be the winner, who's going to be the champion. Because you could be a winner and not be the champion. Champions give the board something called six love, where you get to six and nobody else wins. That's a champion, okay? But a winner, you win a game here, somebody else wins a game there, whatever. To be known as the champion, you would have to be the winner all 6 games, okay? And that gives you some bragging rights, meaning the next time there's a domino game, you get first dibs on a seat, because everybody wants a seat at the table, at the domino table. But the champion gets to sit first, and the champion also gets to decide who he wants sitting at that table too, playing along with him, okay? That these are not even in the notes, these are just coming through. Again, whoever this message is for, it could be for multiple people. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about, okay? Where am I now? The most important advice I could give you is to not enter a tournament if you don't think you could win, if you don't know how to play the game, if you don't understand how the game works, okay? Good players lose sometimes, okay? Maybe most of the time. But the best domino players, in my experience, they have a winning streak. Like, everybody knows they're the champion. When that person steps in the room, nobody wants to challenge them. Nobody's running to sit at the board. Only other champions, you know? Pardon me? And that's the status here for somebody. You're the best player on the board. Okay, people know you are a challenge and they're tempted to play you, but they don't want to be humiliated. They do not want that defeat. They want to challenge you, but they don't want the defeat. Because you have a good track record, somebody here, you have somebody in a pickle. You have somebody in a pickle. Challenging you would be the best thing to do, in their opinion, because they may want some kind of clout or status. Something. They want something here, but they also don't want to lose something. Okay? So somebody's trying to create a situation where they win and only them. Or it could be a win-win situation. Okay, that's just a side note as well. I'm going to stop with the domino stuff for now. I hope you get the gist. And I hope I explained it clear enough to where you might want to give it a try. You might want to give it a shot, okay? You might want to start practicing. It's a very fun game. And let me say this. I don't want to make it seem like, oh, Jamaicans, they're aggressive and violent over dominoes. All right, don't spread any rumors. Nobody gets hurt, okay? You might get a little loud, a little hectic, chaotic, but nobody gets hurt physically. I never seen that, okay? And I know all things are possible, but it's a very fun game. It's a fun game, especially when you're playing with other geniuses. Yeah. Moving on, there's somebody here who deserves the praise because you are a champion. The board is yours. You're in control now. Okay? This is going to frustrate many to see you win. Some people I see doing like air punches at your victory. But don't watch that. Don't mind that. Don't let that deter you from celebrating, because it's time to celebrate your achievement for somebody here. Okay? I know in the last message I spoke about somebody preparing for some kind of ceremony or coronation, some kind of event that's going to honor them in some way, shape, or form. So this might be the same energy or something totally different. But whoever it is this message is for, you are the champion. You deserve the praise. Congrats to you. All right. And there's another little energy here. It might tie into those last few general messages or specific messages that I just mentioned. But it's a channel song by Gwen Stefani. I love Gwen Stefani. It's called Used to Love You. Okay, so that might resonate with somebody. Suitcase, Band-Aid, pulling out in the driveway. You go, I'll stay. You can keep all the memories. I thought I was the best thing that ever happened to you. Now look at what you lost. I don't know why. I don't know why I cry. I guess because for the first time. I don't know why I cry. I guess because it's the first time that I'm remembering that I used to love you. I used to love you. That's not by chance. What's going on here? I'm gonna put it back in because that's creepy. That's creepy. Sorry. I don't know why I try. Oh, I don't know why I cry. I think because I remember for the first time since I hated you that I used to love you. I don't know why I cry because I guess, yeah, okay. I don't know what to say about that, except I haven't listened to it in a while, hence me struggling with the lyrics. But, somebody remembers that they used to love you. So it looks like you went through something. This could be a separation, a breakup, a divorce. You know, you might have been quite mad, angry. But now that the smoke has cleared, you realize it was just a lesson, okay? It's still a person. We're all human. We all make mistakes, okay? So somebody was a POS for the most part, but you still love that person. You have some kind of history with that person, maybe even children with that person, okay? Honor that time, okay? Move on, but you don't have to carry a burden, carry resentment. I think that's the word that wants to come out. Okay, so it seems like somebody's resentment is leaving them. Bygones be bygones. I'm so nervous to shuffle because that was not planned just now. It wasn't planned just now. I don't know if you see used to love you down here. And the asterisk, because I wanted to tell myself it's a song, it's a channel song. And then I didn't even remember that card was in there. But talking about cards, I did add 3 or 4 cards to honor D'Angelo. Okay, I was sending my condolences and I think the video got cut off. Okay, so those are the newest cards to the deck. His top 3 or 4 songs that I love the most. And if any one of those come out, I might scream, and if I scream, this video will not be posted. But that's crazy. They used to love you. Is that somebody's favorite song? Let me know. I don't know. If that resonates with you, if your name is Gwen, or even Stefan, or if your surname is Stefani, I don't know. Any relation to that? Because that was clearly a message. Now I'm hearing Maya moving on. So somebody is finally moving on, but there's no hard feelings. There's no hard feelings at all. And that's good. It's a good thing. Okay. Excuse me. I'm not gonna... Nope, too big of a clump here. What's on the bottom? We have family is not blood. Family is heart. Okay, so that might tie in to the channel song, Used to Love You. Just a clump. Okay, I'll keep it because I didn't... It's more than 4. Okay, it's exactly 4. Okay, I'll keep it. That card that just showed itself, family is not blood, family is heart, might tie into the downloaded song. So, Used to Love You. Maybe it's a family member. I don't know why I cry. I think because I remember for the first time since I hated you that I used to love you. I don't know why I cry. I don't. I don't know why I used to love you. I'm gonna listen to that song. I'm remembering it now. I don't. Even the video is very simple. Okay, so somebody here is simple. Somebody here might like red lipstick. I know I do. I like a red lip. Um, yeah, it's a very simple video, and the words of the song was simple too, to convey the message. Okay, so somebody needs to keep a message simple. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm doing too much, adding too much fluff and frills. I'm gonna listen to that song. We have time to level up, showing itself. So I used to love you. So yeah, something is used to in the past. Okay, it's time to level up, all right? And don't feel bad about that, okay? Don't feel bad about the level up. That flew out. Interested to see what that is. All right, let's stop here. 26 minutes. It's that domino demonstration. You are top dog. Okay, didn't I say somebody's going to get some praise? You deserve it. You're going to be honored. It's going to be ceremonious. Okay, a lot of people might air punch, but ignore the haters. Okay, they will become fans. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, so just be polite. Be loving, since used to love you. You remember, even if you think you hate a person, you actually don't. I'm getting that as well. Okay, so treat people fairly, kindly, graciously. You're top dog, and you're gonna get your badge. That's what I'm hearing. Is somebody going into the force, the armed forces or something? I know a lot about being sworn in, or somebody taking an oath came out in the last video. Okay, but I'm hearing you're gonna get a badge. Okay, this could be like a plaque, an award or something too. Okay, but something that says you're top dog. Okay, you're a good investigator. Thinking back on the whole domino stuff, you got to be top dog on the domino table. Know how to sniff things out, which is the next move, the next play. Okay, you got to be able to really ascertain information that's not readily available to everybody else. Okay, but you got to assume that it is, and you always got to try to outsmart your opponent, the next player. Okay, but you're good at doing that. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, so maybe you are some kind of domino champion here. Maybe you are planning or entering a domino tournament. Okay, I don't know. But there's something beyond your wildest dreams, which ties in with the message about praise, honor, recognition here. You're going to be blessed. Okay, a dream of yours is going to come true, or something, a wish. Exactly as it says there, beyond your wildest dreams. We have do anything for clout. I think I mentioned clout earlier, but I don't remember exactly why I did so. But we shall see, okay? There's some clout chaser here. Maybe this ties in with the domino reference. All right, somebody thinks they know the game. They think they're a good player. But may have sat in the wrong chair, in a champion's chair, okay? I'm hearing move, get out the way, get out the way, get out the way. So somebody's ludicrous here. Somebody's lost their mind thinking that they could challenge a top dog. Yeah, only in your dreams, beyond your wildest dreams. And even then, okay, even then, you're walking away as the winner, the champion. All right, there's somebody doing something for the wrong reasons here. That's what I'm getting with this card. Do anything for clout. Do anything for clout. That is offset. Okay, so something might be happening offset. Okay, this might be the movie industry. You might be an actor, actress, a director, or anybody who work in that field. Okay, or a rapper. Cardi B's a rapper. I'm trying to see if I remember any lines, and I actually. No, I don't remember anything off the dome. But yeah, somebody is doing things for the wrong reason. But the Lord was my support. This is Psalm 18:18, like in that sequence of numbers there, okay? that turns out to be a 9. Nines everywhere. Nines has been like just, oh, but not more so than 5, okay? But 9. Some kind of judgment going on here. But the Lord was my support. So it's like 9, 9, 18. 18 is 9, 9, which is 18, which is 9. Okay, you're a champion. You know how to calculate. You're maybe a mathematician here. Intellectual. Just you're brilliant. Because I don't know, you have some kind of ability here, like a high IQ. Top dog, you do something really well here, exceptionally well. We have assess the damages. Okay, are you a judge? Are you a lawyer? Arbitrator? Mitigator here? Accountant? Insurance? What do you call that? Yeah, an insurance auditor. When you investigate false insurance claims or anything like that. Or this is also a line in a Nicki Minaj song, I believe. Stunt so hard, assess the damages. Because this is that, oh, this is that, oh. And yes, I body bees, go get your bandages. I might be mixing it up. What song is that? Is that I Am Your Leader? Top Dog. Yeah, that ties in with Top Dog. I think that's a line from I Am Your Leader. Yes, I am your leader. You not a believer? Well, you know what to do. Yes, I body bees. Go get your bandages. I stunt so hard. Assess the damages. Because this is that. Oh, this is that. Oh. Okay. Enlightenment. Okay. You could be a teacher, a student, just a wise person. Okay. Especially if the Lord is your support. You're connected to the source. There's nothing that you would want to know that the Lord will not let you know. Okay. The Lord will give you this knowledge. Okay. Something about 7 C's here. All right. I'll come back to that. You don't have to love me. You don't even have to like me. But you will respect me. Because I'm a boss. This is Khalees. I love Khalees. Okay, so even if people don't like your level up, you know, can appreciate your come up, whatever is happening to you in this moment or about to happen to you, because this is going to happen. Okay, be enlightened about that. Something beyond your wildest dreams is happening very soon. You might be traveling, okay, you might be going on a cruise, okay, or just a very long and extended vacation. A lot of people are not going to like these blessings that's about to pour onto you here. Okay? You deserve the praise, champion. The board is yours. You're in control now. It will frustrate many to see you win, but they still got to respect you because you're top dog, the next best thing. What else we got? I just might be a black Bill Gates in the making. Okay, you coming into a whole lot of money in this mofo, aren't ya? Okay, somebody might be into tech. Is that what Bill Gates is into? Or substantial inheritance? Are you in Bill Gates' will? Oh my gosh. Be sure to consider the channel when you come into this money, okay? Send something over to the PayPal. PayPal.me/Gawdessregime, okay? Because if you might just be a black Bill Gates in the making, a little $100 here or $200, whatever you could give, okay? Will be appreciated. Okay, maybe, oh, assess the damages. This could be some kind of insurance payout. A quite large one, okay? Magnanimous, where you might be able to retire and just travel, live on the sea, maybe purchase a yacht. Okay, but something is going to garner a lot of respect from people, okay? And again, these people, they're not genuinely happy for you, but they got to respect that you're top dog, okay? And this is according to the righteousness of God, okay? Because look, the Lord was my support. All right, I'm getting, you don't do anything for clout. You don't compete with others, okay? You just do the work. You put in the work. You don't complain about the work. And I'm hearing the work is going in overdrive, meaning maximum production. And, you know, you're going to yield a lot of produce, okay? According to his righteousness. Maybe that's why you're going to be a black Bill Gates in the making. Something that you're going to do is going to propagate quickly, okay? We have trying to stunt your growth. All right, this might be those who were, all right, who I got the vision of punching the air when they heard the good news, about the good news you received. Okay, these people may not have invested in you in any kind of way. All right, so they know why they cannot partake in this cake. Okay. Enemies will be crushed to powder. Nothing's going to interfere with this blessing. Nobody could stop it. What's for you is for you. And it is true according to his righteousness. Hallelujah. Bless the name of the Lord. Look at this. Hallelujah. Bless the Lord. You're abundantly blessed according to his righteousness. Assess the damages. You just might be a black Bill Gates in the making. Okay, that's from formation. Okay, so you might be getting some information about a settlement, an insurance payout, an inheritance, a lawsuit victory. Maybe you're suing a board. Since we're talking about domino board, maybe you're going up against a board. Take what fits. We have, she is no longer valuable alive. Maybe a female is going to pass away and you're going to be some beneficiary to her estate, or something, so somebody's going to leave something for you. I don't know why Marilyn Monroe just flashed into my mind, okay? Got a blue card. Blue has been a relevant color. You mentioned green. We mentioned what else? Orange, a little bit. Purple and pink. For pink print, Pink Friday. Okay. So I guess that's the colors that Spirit was saying, you know, we're going to touch on. I'm going to put this over here to the side. We have, he wasn't man enough for me. Someone's name could be Tony. I'm going to hold back this scream because one of the songs, D'Angelo, came out. You're my lady. So you moved on. You used to love someone. Possibly they weren't man enough for you. Flip it. Vice versa if you're a man watching, okay? Somebody else is showing interest here. Okay? Their name could start with a D. Their name could be Angelo. Okay? 7 C's, okay? They could be from Italy. You could be traveling to Italy, okay, to see someone here. Because when I hear Angelo, I think about Italy, but I'm sure there are Angelos all over. Maybe somebody is about to pass away in Italy. You might travel for a funeral. Somebody might be traveling to you to discuss someone's estate. He wasn't man enough for me. You're blessed. Bill Gates in the making. Lord was my support. Beyond your wildest dreams. Top dog. I know a lot of people are, like I said, your haters are going to turn to fans. They're going to want to be amongst you because they do anything for clout, okay? They're going to act like they like you, but they don't, okay? But they got to respect you, though. And if they try to come close to do, who knows, they'll be crushed to powder, okay? So you are like, who are you? Like, you are presidential. You might need security, bodyguards. Oh, 41 minutes. Oh my God. Celebrate. 3 of Cups jumped out so fast. It's time to celebrate. Celebrate good time. Come on. That's what I'm hearing. Look at this. Justice. Loss. You might be coming into something because somebody's dying. You might go to court to hear about some kind of, what do you call that? Like probate court. I'm hearing power of attorney, beneficiary, all the words that will be contained in afterlife talks, okay, with a lawyer. It's favorable to you, though. It comes with sadness, but it's favorable to you. Somebody thought about you before they died. Let me see. I'll take 1 or 2 more. You're going to possibly get some notice of this, of a loss. This could also be, if it's not an actual passing, again, people are just disappointed to see you happy for some reason here. There's at least one person in particular, but it could be up to 5 since it's 5 of Pentacles, who is like feeling regret. Some regret, some despair. Some are focusing on what went wrong, why they can't be there with you to celebrate, why they're not a part of the celebration. But it's justice for some people to be left out. They're not supposed to share in this blessing, I'm hearing, okay? I'm hearing like some people are supposed to be dead to you, even if they're still alive. Excuse me. DTU. Yeah. They played with you. Play with your emotions too much. Okay? Yeah. They can air punch all they want. You got some kind of victory here. Let them cry about it. Womp womp. Womp womp. We'll take 1 more. 4404. 444. That might be relevant to somebody here. Okay, I'm not going to take this, but I'm looking at the 6 of Swords. Okay, again, 7 C's. You might be traveling, moving away. But you're guided to. Okay. Don't let no one rain on your parade. I have a feeling like this is being like, this is balanced. This is like your turn now, your time now to receive. What I was going to say, I'm getting some feeling like you feel bad that some people can't celebrate with you as well. Okay, this could be separate, a separate message that some you feel bad that there's some people who's not invited to the party. They can't get in. One more just to make it a 6, because I don't want to leave it in a 5. 4. Somebody could be 33. All right, what I'm getting is somebody's wishing that they did more, they could have done more for you. They should have invested. They should have took action. Somebody's just thinking about like all the times that they coulda, shoulda, woulda, but just didn't do, didn't say, didn't communicate, wasn't assertive, wasn't confident, wasn't courageous to give you something. What? Yeah, they didn't give you something. Somebody was depriving you of something. It could be more than one person. Okay. But now that you're about to get it, now that you're getting it, they want some of it too, but they know they don't deserve it. And what's worse, it looks bad to others because others are wondering, why are they not invited? It must be because of something they did. So I think this shame and guilt weighs more than actually being left out. Is because people know that you're leaving them out. So it's like you're exposing them to be like a shitty person. I know I said I was going to take one more and close it out, but Emperor, you're the boss now. I'll close it here. You're the boss now, though. You run the boat. I was going to say the board, but 7 Seas boat. Okay. You're the captain of the ship. You're chartering new sails. You're leaving everything behind here. You have something to manage. You're in control now. And you're bold. I'll just split the deck and end it here. 9 of Pentacles. Cheers to the freaking weekend. I drink to that. That's what I'm hearing. So it's a celebration. Don't let the haters get you down. Turn it around with another round. It's a party over here. Everybody, and I drink to that. Yeah, it's like maybe you are going to be the next Bill Gates in the making, because I know Rihanna is wealthy. Okay, so maybe you're going to start some kind of brand, and it's going to be profitable, like lucrative, like prolific, abundantly blessed. That's the card that showed itself. I'm going to end it here. Hopefully I could do another one before calling it a night. Hopefully you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please give the video a like. If you like the vibe, please subscribe, okay? Take a moment to read the description box to see ways in which you can support the channel or get in touch with me. Okay, hope you're doing well, and I hope you do take care of yourself. Be sure to catch me on the next one, and I leave you with my love. Bye bye.